Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. If you're new, I'm Jody, and on this channel we share some of our family vlogs, my mommy videos like this one, and some product reviews from time to time. Please consider subscribing, become part of the family. I am now on what is like video number 4 in this sharing my story video if you're following along or just getting started. I have a noisy little interrupter here with me today. Yes, this is Miss Sindel. And being on video number 4, I can tell you it feels so good to finally be sharing these things, finding my voice, opening up about them. I don't even know how I'm gonna feel when I begin to get into editing, but I'm at this point in filming and it feels really good. I have been wanting to do this since I started this channel, and I just had no idea of how I was going about things here, and I'm still not 100% sure, but I feel like I'm much more on the path to being able to share this story in a way that it can help possibly other people from maybe making the same mistakes that I have made and having to feel the pain that I have had to feel. And I also want to be sure and share in this video that a couple videos back I filmed a little bit of a disclaimer, just things that I wanted to be sure were known and being thought about in going forth and sharing this video. I was very emotional at the time. I think I covered everything, and so I would encourage watching that video along with these other videos too. And so I'll be linking it in the iCard above, and also in the description below I'll have links down there that will help you understand everything. So the last video kind of spoke on some instances where I felt I could have done things differently, or things could have been done differently, and in this one it's kind of some more of that, or just really things that were important that I wanted to speak about. The first one, I have my notes yet again so I stay on track. The first one's kind of the big one that I want to talk about, and part of why I have the disclaimer is because I do fear my mother a little bit. I don't know what she's capable of, and that's scary. I ran into her when Lucas was a baby, and it became really apparent that she is only handing out conditional love. She said to me, "You've done nothing to prove to us that you have changed." And right there was the key thing. You're only gonna love me if I'm what you think I need to be. And to me, that's not love. That's not unconditional love like God wants us to have for one another, that He has for us. And it's hard to say this, but I do not feel like God in her. And I just said to her, I hope someday someone brings you redemption. And I turned around and walked away, and I got up to my car and I thought, what does redemption even mean? Was that even the right word? Why did I say that? And I Googled it and looked it up, and I was like, no, that was the word I meant to use. It's funny how things just come to you in certain times. And so in my eyes, she's kind of evil, which is, it's hard to say that, but that's where that story comes in that I found the other evening that inspired me to share this. Was just because someone helps you make a decision or makes a decision doesn't mean you can't still love them. It's important to remember to surround yourself with people who are giving unconditional love and support you. And then here on my notes, which is a little off topic, but I wanted to talk about parenting styles. One of the greatest mistakes I feel like we make as a parent is we don't teach our kids that their emotions are okay, or how to feel those emotions or cope with those emotions. And so parents can really only parent with what the knowledge they have, and that's partly why I want to share my knowledge. Is the more knowledge you have, the better informed of a decision you can be making. And I'm hoping that sharing this can help others make more informed decisions, and understanding your emotions and how you should deal with those is very important and requires informed decisions, and we're just not born with that, and we're not taught how to teach that. Another thing that was pretty big is losing the contact with my friends and family. I mentioned that in the last video, but that was a huge game changer. Don't lose contact with other people when you're going through something hard. Do what you need to be doing to keep those bonds strong. I also mentioned in the last video about someone who was helping me along the way, and she came to me one day and said she'd been asked a bunch of questions that wasn't normal for cases. As long as she'd been doing her job, she'd never seen anything like it, and just wanted me to have a heads up that the caseworker was asking these things about me, gonna be sending me a copy of them so I could see these things that she's wanting to know and her answers that she was giving her. And that was just really out of the ordinary. Well, then not too much time passed, she also said, they want you distraught. They are trying to make you distraught. You are distraught. If you don't figure out a way to not be distraught, you're going to lose her. And I needed to hear that, and I had someone else even kind of back it up, and those things seriously haunt me that those two people said to me, because I did not need to become distraught. And the other person was all, you're just going to become everything they say you are, and you know you're not that, so don't become that. And I became that, and I did those things, and huge regret, huge regret. Stay strong, fight through, don't get knocked down, don't let someone kick you when you're already down. Another one I wanted to talk about was prescriptions and mental health issues, and going from being told that I had a mental health issue that could not be fixed with medication or counseling, that I was basically a wrecked human, and having to come back from that and that thinking, and other people telling me, you still have everything going for you, you are not a lost cause yet, you are not a lost hope. Two big huge things being said to me, and when you're young and alone and trying to find your way and who to trust and who to guide, I mean, I'm admitting that I made mistakes and trusting in judgment and listening to my gut. On down the road, I was told I am coping with this as well as any adult can cope with these things. If I'm looking for some sort of approval in my life with my mother, I'm probably never gonna get it. So why am I trying to seek her approval? She's gonna choose to let me in her life when she's gonna let me in her life, and it's really true. And I got to see that she's not gonna let me in her life. It's kind of crazy here to find myself still emotional about it though, when I'm thinking that I am dealing and coping with this the best I can, but I'm trying to use this to help others, and I can't help but say sharing is caring. One thing that I think is kind of crazy to think about is it was said to me that my mom felt like Adrian's father was going to take her away from me, and she knew it would wreck me, and she didn't want that to happen. But yet now here we are, who has taken Adrian from me and who has let me wreck that? Like I say, I only want to get into this stuff so deep right now. Another thing here that I wanted to talk about is how there was a John Doe letter sent to Adrian's father when all of this happened, where he has a window to come and take a paternity test to claim rights to her or whatever. Well, that got sent to his mother. She then replied and wanted to step in his place. They didn't let her. They didn't even tell me that she had contacted them till like that window was like over, and it was just more of the withholding of information from me, which is why I'm like, withholding information from me greatly impacted so many decisions I made, and I feel like that's exactly why I made a poor decision for myself, was because I was not fully informed of what I was doing. And that is why I'm here speaking and sharing these things, because people need to be making as fully informed decisions as they can make. And that is what is so amazing about this platform, and having the opportunity to touch on these specific topics and share them, and specific things that I hope can be helpful and shed light for others. And so with that all said, that's gonna be it for this video. Yes, the next video is a little bit different. Bear with me with it. I'm gonna try something new. It's the last of what I want to share. Thank you so much for sticking along with me here on this long journey and listening. If you're watching all of these videos or you're just watching this one, I appreciate you taking the time for us. Yeah, say thanks so much for watching. Bye. Bye.